Hello and welcome back to the channel, Living Creative with Pixie Princess. I hope you and your family are having a wonderful and blessed Christmas season and enjoying all the things that come along with it, like Christmas treats and goodies. One of our favorite treats is date balls. So stay tuned and find out how to make this simple, no-bake Christmas treat. I am so glad you stay tuned to learn how to make this tasty treat. It's really simple, no baking required, but these are the ingredients you will need. 2 sticks of butter, and I'm going to go ahead and get them in my pan that I've started heating so that they can get melted, because you're going to need to melt the butter. Turn it down a little bit. All right. Don't have it too high because you don't want your butter to burn. And it looks like mine's trying to burn now. So let's move quickly here. So you're going to need chopped dates. And I've already got a bag that's already chopped. So let me go ahead and get this butter stirring so it doesn't burn too badly. I think it did start to burn a little bit, so I hope it doesn't mess things up for me here. So get this butter melting. And you're going to need your chopped dates. You're going to need a cup of granulated sugar. You will need a teaspoon of vanilla. You will need a cup of nuts. I'm using walnuts. You can use pecans or whatever nuts that you like. And if you want to omit the nuts, you just add more cereal. I used to do that when my kids were little because we didn't give them a lot of nuts. And you're going to need 3 cups of crispy rice cereal, such as Rice Krispies. This is the store brand. It doesn't matter what brand. If you're omitting the nuts, use 4 cups of cereal. All right, so I'm stirring my butter. Okay, when the butter starts getting really melty, you can go ahead and add your dates. And keep this on low because you don't want it to burn. So carefully add the dates. Now, I don't know if I would call this kid-friendly because it does get very hot. And always remember safety first. But as a parent, you be the judge on, the age and the capabilities of your child. And then you're going to add the sugar after you add the dates. And then you're just going to keep stirring that on low heat. And it's going to cook until it gets nice and thick. So while this is cooking and that sugar kind of melts into the butter, but this will get nice and thick, and I will show you what it should look like. So while this is cooking, I want to share with you that we are doing a Christmas photo challenge, not a contest, just a place for you to showcase your photos that you're taking around the holiday season. If you will look back at, and we'll post that video, the Puddle Project, where we had people submit photos of reflections, mostly in water and puddles and some in other objects. And you can look at that and kind of get an idea of how we credited people. So when you send your photo, let us know how you want to be credited. Some just their first name, first to last name, or if you have a photography page that you normally share your photos on, just let us know. And if you watch that video, you'll kind of get an idea how we're crediting people, and we will watermark your video. And you need to have those into us by email no later than midnight, Friday, December 22nd, Central Standard Time, so that we will have time to edit the video. Then bunch, we want a nice video to relax and watch on Christmas Eve, but submit those to lcwpixieprincess@gmail.com, and we will post the email in the description. And again, let us know how you want to be credited. I wouldn't take a whole lot of pictures of people unless you have their permission to submit that on a YouTube video. And then come back Christmas Eve. You've done all your holiday activities and it's time to sit and relax and get the kids ready for bed, and you can sit back with your hot cocoa and your cookies and watch a nice video of photographs taken from people from all over of their Christmas activities and the decorations that they've been looking at. Okay, this is starting to get thick, so I'm just going to cook it a little more. I'm really excited about this video, so I hope we get a lot of participation. And this is one of my absolute favorite Christmas goodies. I mean, I would eat this anytime, but I try to limit my goodies to special occasions. And Christmas is the perfect time. Now, your dates aren't going to melt per se, but they will get thick in the sauce. And the butter is still a little bit runny, but that's okay. So this is kind of how you want it to be looking right here. So when it gets to a thick consistency, turn the heat off, and you're going to start adding your other ingredients. So the next ingredient is your vanilla, and I'm going to put about a teaspoon in here. Use good vanilla, don't use that imitation stuff. So be careful, because this is hot. This is what I was talking about. I'm going to stir that into the mixture. I do not have the heat on. I'm still got it on the heat, but I've turned the heat off. Now I'm going to add my nuts. This is a cup of walnuts. You can use pecans or whatever you like. Get those stirred in. Now this is the fun part. You're going to add your cereal, and it's going to start crackling. You know, when you pour milk on Rice Krispies, how it, snap, crackles and pops and all that stuff. It's going to do this in here too. So add that in and start mixing. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, it smells good. Okay, so you're just going to mix this until all the cereal and all the nuts are coated. You don't want anything left uncoated. And like I said, if you choose not to use the nuts, put an extra cup of cereal. You may need a cup and a half extra of cereal. So just get that well mixed. This is it, as far as cooking. Get all this on the side. It smells delicious. Make sure the nuts and the cereal are well distributed, because you don't want all nuts in one bite. And this is how it should be looking. Okay, so now we wait. So I took this completely off of the heat. Probably going to take about 15-20 minutes to get it cool enough for me to touch it. If you have food grade gloves, you can use that, or just make sure your hands are nice and clean, but they are going to get messy. So I'm just letting you know that. So let that cool off until you can touch it, and then have your powdered sugar ready, because you're going to roll your balls into the powdered sugar. So we'll do that once this cools. Okay, I let these cool for about 20 minutes or so. They're still warm, but it's cool enough for me to touch. So the next step is to roll these into balls, roll the balls into powdered sugar, and then I'm going to put them on this platter for now, but you'll seal them in an airtight container or cookie jar or something like that. I'm using my cookie scoop just to kind of get a uniformed amount. So I'm just going to get a scoop, drop it in my hands, and this isn't going to form tightly, but it will be a loosely formed ball. So just make a little ball and then drop it in your powdered sugar. And I just kind of toss it over. Make sure it's well coated, and then shake off any excess, and then just place it like so. It doesn't matter if they're perfectly symmetrical. Your family will love them. So you're just kind of packing it together to form a ball. And like I said, your hands will get messy. So if you have some food grade gloves and you want to use them, you can. Just make sure you have nice clean hands. And then you'll have to wash your hands when you're done. I don't have the gloves, so I'm getting my hands messy. Parts of this is warmer than others, so just be really careful as you go. So I'm just going to roll a few and drop them in the sugar. So put about 2 or 3 in there, and then just kind of toss it in the sugar. You're going to make a mess. If it's cool enough, this is where the kids can help a little. All right. So I'm just going to speed this up and get them rolled and out and show you a pretty platter of date balls. Almost done. Hope you've enjoyed listening to the beautiful Christmas music. All right, I think this is going to be it. Get all these coated. I was afraid I wouldn't have enough powdered sugar, but I did. But I had some on hand just in case. All right. I'm going to clean this up and go wash my hands, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are done. It's not difficult, but it is messy. I've got that pan soaking a little bit because it is a sticky mess right now, and my hands got really greasy. But if you don't mind any of that, you'll enjoy making these, and they are delicious. I just want to add a few more things to the photo challenge. If you have some old family photos, back in the day when you were a kid, of Christmas past, feel free to send us those. just kind of give us a dateline of the date. It doesn't have to be exact, but approximate date, which Christmas it was, like Christmas 1970 or etc. Or further back in that. But here are our date balls. They are delicious. So let them cool completely and then store them in an airtight container, such as a cookie jar or Tupperware. You can keep them in the fridge if you want to. And I hope you will enjoy this and try this recipe for yourself. If you do, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Don't forget to tell your friends about the photo challenge. And I will see you in the next one. God bless.